Live from the Wayne L. Sumner Studios, WASU. Boom.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is that time again. It's the morning app. It's the first one of 2018, the first of the semester. I'm Howie C. here with Kristen, Josh, and Molly. How's everybody doing on this lovely Monday morning?
We're back.
2018.
We're back in action. I was actually kind of excited to get back into the foray because I missed you guys. I missed you guys over break and kind of miss doing this every morning. So
did you?
Yes, honestly, I did. When I went home, I was like, man, I'm so bored. I don't have the morning show to get up to in the morning. I'm just getting up at 12 o'clock all the time. It was bad.
See, I missed the show. I'm not sure if I missed the early mornings.
No, this morning was rough, actually getting up. I haven't done this in a while. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I actually only got 3 hours of sleep last night. I woke up and I could not go back to sleep. So this morning has been really rough, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna see how it goes. But how was your guys' break? Like, what did y'all do? Did you do anything fun?
Wow.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
Uneventful. Very uneventful.
I mean, I had some cool stuff. For New Year's, went to Chapel Hill for the first time. Never been to Chapel Hill before, even though I'm a UNC fan.
You're a
outside
fake
of
fan.
Appalachian State.
Fake fan.
But it was the first time I went there, and so I went down there with some of my friends that I work with, and it was a really fun night. And then, we went to the Hurricanes game a couple of days after.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Chapel Hill and Raleigh are really, really fun if you've never been. I like Chapel Hill a lot, but native to Raleigh, they have a lot to do down there.
They have a lot of good food, too. There's so many amazing places down there that I never experienced before, and it was just amazing. Awesome.
Okay. Now I'm native to Raleigh, right?
Yes.
I mean, originally from Chicago, but Raleigh is where I've been for a few years, except from Boone, right? Every city has we have the best food. Every city is like, oh, you have to go to this restaurant. But is any of it actually good, or are you just proud that it's from your city?
No, I think that food outside of where I live is just amazing. I don't know. I might be really biased because I like Raleigh's food. I like Chapel Hill's food. I like Charlotte food. You just give me anything and I'll eat it.
Yeah,
so.
to be fair, all food is good. I'll go anywhere. We have the best this. Okay, I'll try it. You have the best that. Okay.
I think Greensboro has really good food, but Howie just dissed it.
Oh,
so.
wait. I'm right from there, too. You already know. But I was talking about
it's
High
good.
Point. High Point itself. Greensboro food, though, is pretty good.
Greensboro food it's taking off these days, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, the whole area is taking off, and I think it's just going to keep growing. But the food there, amazing. Like I said, anything, I'll eat.
Yeah, I didn't do anything over break, honestly. I mean, I just worked and I chilled, but it was the most relaxing break ever. Honestly, December break in college is this magical time period because it's not like summer where you have a lot going on, internships, all these other things, jobs, stuff like that. But December break is short enough to where you get a good break, but also long enough, to where you're not going to go crazy.
No, it's too short. It's the whirlwind experience. You have to see everyone. You have to talk to everyone. You have to do everything.
If you have friends.
So much. Okay, well, I had a very fast break going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, so I still never got to, rest or relax, but, I mean...
At least you did something, though. Which is for me, for the most part, up until New Year's, I was doing nothing. I was just laying on my bed, watching Netflix, and that's it.
Hey, that's not bad.
Hey, I took it. I slept till noon, but it's fine.
That is the life. Well, because it is a new year, I'm going to tell you what your Chinese New Year it is. Because Chinese... Chinese.
You're explaining this well so far.
Well, I don't completely understand myself, but I know that each, China has, their year, year of the pig, year of the rat, year of the, all those different things. Well, 2018 is the year of the Earth Dog.
Dog.
What is that, actually?
Well, because, Chinese astrology and everything, it's like a Chinese zodiac animal for each year. So, for people born in... Let's look. For the dog, it's 2018, you're a Earth dog. For 2006, you're an Earth dog. For 1994, you're an Earth dog. And then, the list goes down, down, and down.
I'm the year of the rat, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I was just telling Molly that earlier.
So 96 is the year of the rat?
Yay.
Yeah, next year is the year of the pig. But right now, the year of the dog, I'll tell you, your lucky numbers are 3, 4, and 9.
Okay, wait a second. Whoa. Stop right there, okay? You're telling us our lucky numbers. Isn't that individual readings? Like, you can't just be like, are those lucky numbers for the year for literally everyone on Earth? Because if that's the case, come
For
on.
the year of the dog, if you were born in the year of the dog, in any of those years, your lucky numbers are 3, 4, and 9, according to the Chinese zodiac
Okay,
sign.
so you're saying
Okay.
all of us that were born in 96 have the same lucky numbers?
Yes.
Eh.
I do not know what those numbers
that. I
are.
don't believe
But,
it.
and then your lucky colors, if you're an Earth dog, are red, green, and purple. And then they even have lucky flowers, which is rose and cymbidium orchids.
Oh, pretty.
Now I do know about the flowers and stuff that they have every year. I think that's something that China's like really prides herself on is flowers, especially like the beauty of it. So that's one thing they really
Now,
enjoy.
if you are a dog, there's more. There's also 5 types of different dogs you can be.
Oh, okay, I'm interested in this.
Okay. The Chinese element theory gives like a dog to each element that they have. They have gold, which is metal. They have wood, water, fire, and earth.
Okay, so how do you know which element you are?
I'll tell you.
Now this is getting
It
somewhere.
depends on the year of your birth, and the closest one to us is the wood dog, which is if you were born in 1934 or 1994. So I guess people only 2 years older than us are considered a wood dog. Mm-hmm. And they are sincere, reliable, considerate, understanding, and patient. There's a whole list of like what you
It's
are.
a very large group of people. And to group them all together and be like, you're all patient. Well,
I don't know, some of them nah.
And then you have, Fire Dog was 2006 and 1946, and then this year's the Earth Dog, 1958 and 2018,
oh.
which is communicative, serious, and responsible
Can I
in work.
switch mine to be a dog instead of the rat? Because I'm really vibing with this dog thing.
I kind of like the dog thing too, but my question is it like that for all the animals that they have? Do they have different like tiers, basically, like you just said?
I think so. I mean, I guess we won't find out till next year because I probably won't look at this again until next year. But yeah, I mean, for us to be the rat, that kind of sounded like that sounds kind of gross.
Are you a
but
rat too?
I'm 96.
You are?
rats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you 96?
Yeah, I'm barely December 28th. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
barely. Like right at the end.
Really? Are you?
That's
No.
weird. Yeah, he
Is that
is.
true?
He is.
No, you're right. I'm lying. I'm not. Yeah.
See, because we always think that Josh is a year behind us, so we think that he's so much younger than what he really is. He's 21, just like me, Kristen, and Molly, but he's just it's just like he's so much younger than it is.
But I guess the school cutoff happens in October, which I never understood. I don't know why they wouldn't just make it a full calendar year as the age cutoff, but
I think some other places, not United States, obviously, but some other places around the world do that. But
well, it makes sense.
U.S. is trying to be unique, so
Metric system, another thing.
Now,
Let's get on that.
I got a couple last things for the dogs, real quickly. Some famous dogs. Sorry, I'm really interested in this. Some famous dogs were Winston Churchill. He was a dog. He was actually a wood dog. And then Mother Teresa was a gold dog, and Elvis Presley was a wood dog.
Wow.
No, he was a hound dog.
Oh, no.
no.
Okay, we're done.
My head hurts after that one.
Well, coming up next, we will be talking about New Year's resolutions and why we can't keep them. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Morning App. And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU. Welcome into The Morning App. It is 8:14 on this lovely Monday morning, and right now we are talking about New Year's resolutions. That's right. Have you forgotten about yours? Because the majority of people have already, and it is only January, 22nd.
Yes.
So, have you guys kept yours?
I'll say one thing, though. People who have made the resolution to go to the gym, guess what? Your membership ends on the 31st. Are you going back? I don't know. But for me, I didn't really make any resolutions this year. I decided that I wanted to do things differently, like just be more efficient in my work. But other than that, I didn't really make any this year.
Be more efficient in your work.
Yeah, like actually like get my work done on time, ahead of time.
Isn't that everyone everywhere? Like,
yeah, this is how everyone starts off the semester. Yeah. I give you till March, February.
I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, I'm gonna do it till May when I'm walking across that stage.
Okay, but then the rest of the year, it's not
Can we
gonna
shake
happen.
on that?
Right here.
Right here.
All right,
Wow.
You see it on camera? Shook on it. It's gonna happen.
how can you be efficient in your work when you work with us?
True.
Okay,
we don't get
fair.
anything done when we're here.
Nothing.
Like, when you guys go to class, I'm like, oh, bye. But on the inside, I'm like, finally, I can get some work done.
Honestly, yeah. When you guys are in class, I crank out so much work, and then you guys get back, and I'm like, well, my hour's shot. Nothing's happening.
The worst is, I love everyone here at the radio station. The worst is, like, I've been hanging out with you guys all morning or all afternoon. I'm like, okay, they're finally leaving. I get some work done. I sit down. And then some random person who I haven't seen in a while comes in. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I have to talk to them. How are you, man? Good.
This is
How are you?
100% accurate.
Okay.
That happens all of the time.
This will happen for the first month, and then after that, we'll all be sick of each other, and we won't be hanging out at the station. We'll be home.
Yeah, probably so. But
No,
what about
I'm
you guys?
here
Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you made beginning of the year?
I had a ton of New Year's resolutions.
I want to hear them. I want to hear all of these.
Oh, gosh. I think one of them was to pet more dogs. I'm not kidding.
Actually, that's a great one.
Honestly, no, for real though, like, you don't realize it, but dogs are great. And like, every time I pass one, I was like, last year I was like, oh, I want to pet it, but I don't want to ask. So now I'm going to ask because you know what? Life is short. Pet the dogs. Pet all the dogs in the world.
Why even ask?
No,
I think
you
you should
have
just go
to
pet them.
No, you have to ask.
have to
Some of them
ask.
aren't
Don't.
nice.
Yes, you do. That is so
If
rude.
a dog comes to you,
No.
Okay. I say the dogs come to you. You have to pet it.
Yeah.
Okay, if they're running towards you, arms wide open,
Which
in
every
a
dog
field of
is for me.
flowers while music is playing, then you can pet it. But
Does that not happen to you?
I wish.
That happens to me constantly.
Or it's like if I'm walking past somebody with a dog and the dog kind of stops in front of me and I'm like, he's like, oh, little guy. And he's like, you can pet him. I'm like, all right, got it. That's what I
totally
do.
fine.
You don't have to
You
ask. You just have to want to pet it, and you make sure you make eye contact with the person with the dog with the person with the dog, and you make sure they know. And then it's just so awkward. Like, want to pet it? Like, oh yeah. I mean, I don't want to ask, but yeah.
Staring you down and making you feel uncomfortable or anything. It's fine.
That's what I'm best at.
Oh.
Awkward. But yeah, no, that was one of my I kept them simple this year. I said more dogs, more time with loved ones, more working out. Psh, like that's gonna happen. And
She already bailed. She's broken that one already.
Yeah, I don't think I've worked out once this year, honestly. And then more time for like what I want to do, because I spend a lot of time doing stuff that not like, work or school, but like, I don't know, you just spend a lot of time in areas that you don't want to, and people will make time for what they want to make time for, and so I want to make more time for the things that I, actually want to do, like reading or art or whatever. So mine were pretty simple, but I have not kept one of them.
I like your artwork as well. I want to say that because
Thanks.
you drew some stuff, and actually that drawing you made of us three was pretty dope. I thought that was really cool, and so keep doing your artwork stuff. You're killing it on that
Thanks.
regard, so.
Thanks. Well, that was
Suck
my
up.
New Year's resolution.
Hey, I'm hyping her up, man. I'm giving her some praise, okay? Don't knock me down.
Josh, did you have any? That's a no.
I mean, mine was just to, I guess, do what I want to do, and I've really enjoyed school so far this semester. Though, like, I've really gotten into it. I'm really trying to like.
The whole 2 days that we've had school.
Like, hey, at least I've kept them so far. Okay, like I've been like, okay, I really want to like get into it and like think about my schoolwork more, mostly math and everything, and like actually dive into it and really like want to learn it. So I've been working on that.
That's actually
Fair.
That's me.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the most popular New Year's resolutions of 2018?
Well, gym has got to be one of them, right?
Number one is
Okay.
get healthy, okay? But number two is actually get organized. I don't really have a problem with this because if I'm not organized, I'm going to be incredibly stressed out.
Yeah.
So I stay on top of that.
Yeah.
But get organized is one. Live life to the fullest is number 3.
YOLO.
Cliche.
So do a bunch of dangerous things that no one recommends or illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I at? Number 4 is to learn new hobbies. I don't really have the desire to do this, honestly. Like, I would rather perfect the hobbies that I have
Really?
than pick up new ones. I mean, I think I would be interested in it, but I don't think this would be my go-to New Year's resolution.
I mean, you could start some new ones as you're heading out since you're graduating in May. So I think you can start some new stuff that you could do whenever you do have some free time when you're in the workforce.
So what Howie's saying, since you're going to graduate, why even pick anything up? You just be working for the rest of your life.
Okay,
That's what I'm getting there.
Fair enough, but that's not what I was going.
Everybody's always like, oh, you'll have so much free time when you graduate. No, you really don't, actually.
Yeah.
And then number 5 on the list is spend less and save more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to work on that. I personally need to do that.
Yeah, I see whatever that check clears, and I'm like, oh, let's go spend all the money. Let's go get food. Let's go get a beer. And then I look, I have $2 in my account. So
Yeah.
happens too much.
I have the habit of spending the money before it comes into my account.
Oh my.
Yeah. Credit cards are dangerous, but they're great things. They're great things, but they're also just like, in college, it's kind of
That's why you should go debit cards. I really believe in debit cards.
you only
telling
carry
you.
cash.
Yeah,
I know.
was
Well,
about to
if you can't just have cash, debit's the way to go. I think.
I mean, both. They're both empty.
If you ever listen to David Ramsey, that money guy, I'm telling you, debit cards.
Debit cards.
I wouldn't know
Currently-
because I just carry cash, but yeah.
Currently reading his book. It's a
I'm
good
telling-
read.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Ramsey. Gotta like that guy.
He's a genius. But I mean, going along those hobby line or what was New Year's resolution lines?
Yes.
I really think I like the hobby
Welcome
one just
back,
because.
Josh.
Yeah, I like the hobby one just because like I love doing anything and everything. So if there's something I'm interested in, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that more. Yeah, I want to do that. Like if you can do a lot of different things, that's really cool. Like there's not, and you're only good at like 3 things. Like oh, that's great, but
Yeah.
We all know that one guy, too, that's literally done everything on this earth. So you're like, oh, I've picked up radio. I'm going to be on the radio now. And they're like, yeah, I've done that. That was cool. And I'm like, what? And then you just mention all these little things. And they're like, yeah, I had a short period in scuba diving. It's just like you can't top them.
yeah, I
I
ran
think
for
it's cool.
Congress. Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool that you can meet people that have done a lot or have not done anything at all. You can kind of just like put them together. You know, I think it's cool. Personally, me, but
It's really great that there's people that are, motivated and lazy in this world.
when you put it like that, it sounds bad. Right?
What about you, Molly? Any New Year's resolutions that you're really looking at?
I've been sticking to them, and I'm so proud of myself.
Ooh,
I've
yeah.
been saving 50% of my paychecks.
What?
Oh.
50%?
Yes.
Seriously?
And, yeah, seriously. I'm really, really, really tight on my spendings, but I've been saving about 50%, and then because I'm trying to travel, and then I've been eating healthy. Only I haven't eaten out except for yesterday. I had a cheat day, but
That's okay. That's
and I haven't
acceptable.
had soda either in like 2 months. So
Wow.
Look at that.
Okay, one time I did give up soda for my New Year's resolution. I made it to October, guys.
Really?
Without soda, and then I broke it. I didn't even keep it for a full
Was
year.
it a Diet Pepsi?
Yeah.
Was it a Diet Pepsi? Was that the culprit? It was.
That is her favorite drink ever. All the time. Hey, you give me a Diet Pepsi. I'm like, okay, sure. And she drinks it every day. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's horrible for me.
I mean, that's what I grew up on, Diet Pepsi, but I really don't drink soda anymore. I drink water and milk. That's about it.
Wow,
you,
well,
man.
you're just so healthy, Josh.
I'm trying.
I felt so much anger in that.
I know, right? Like, I'm keeping the New
He
Year's
just doesn't
resolution.
have to try.
Okay, but see, the key to keeping your New Year's resolution is actually to only keep it 80% of the time. When it's stuff like that you actually don't really want to do, so like eating out less or saving more money and stuff like that. So these are things that you're not super motivated to do because you don't really want to not eat out. Who doesn't want to not eat out, right? But if you give yourself 20% of the year, you can cheat on it, then you're more willing to keep it over time, and it's going to like last longer throughout your lifetime because it's more of moderation.
But if
that's
you
the key.
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
do it for only 80%, you're breaking your resolution.
No, I mean, okay, well, and nothing cold turkey really works. So you can't be like, I'm cutting out soda. You have to gradually cut it out in order for it to last longer. If you
Nah.
cold turkey it, you're going to last a year. But if you keep it in moderation, you'll last longer.
Nah, cut it out immediately. Don't wean yourself off of it because you'll never get it off. Like,
I feel like you're the only person that could do a cold
I
turkey.
did a cold turkey.
yeah, I just don't like oh, slowly by slowly. I'm gonna only smoke 1 pack of cigarettes per day. I'm only gonna smoke.
Yeah, no,
One
that's
less
how you
than-
do it.
I don't know. You got to cut it off immediately. Cut it off immediately, and you get used to it faster.
Maybe for some personality types that works, but they say overall, for the general public, to keep it, you have to allow 20% of it.
I think we all know I'm not general public here.
Oh gosh, we all know I'm a superhuman. It's fine.
I just meant I'm weird.
Well, Josh is weird, but we have to keep our New Year's resolutions intact. And coming up on the Morning App, we're going to do our boonweather.com report.
Morning App on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
90.5 WASU. It is 8:32 on this lovely morning, and it feels kind of warm. I know it's not technically warm, but I'm loving it. It's like 45. What?
It's warm for us. When the high was like 11 degrees, anything feels warm. Today's Monday, so we have a high of 54 and a low of 40. We're probably going to get some rain this evening, but until then, it's probably going to be clear skies. I'm hoping for no rain this evening. Make it for a good snowboarding night. So
you're snowboarding? Oh, that's right. You're in the class. I was supposed to take with you, but I didn't.
Shred.
Okay, if you're a recent student here at App, let me tell you the cheapest way to ski or snowboard here is to take the class. Register for the class. Take the class. It is cheap. It is fun. You get free time on the mountain. It's a great opportunity.
Not free time because you have to pay.
No, but like you're only in the class for a little bit of time, and then the rest is like you just get to do anything. So it's great.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of interested in that. But while the chances of snow is going down, Apple's customer satisfaction is definitely going down. The reason why, if you missed it, did you like that? Did you like it?
You said, well, this is going down. This is also going down, and the whole world is just going down.
Well, actually, if you do have an iPhone, if you didn't hear about it over break, the Apple CEO, Tim Cook, announced that Apple actually does slow down older phones to save battery life.
Can we take this moment, please, and just admit that Androids are better, and Kristen was right, and Apple sucks?
I will never admit it.
Kristen will never be right. So
she'll never be right.
At least
she'll
admit Apple
never be
sucks.
funny. One of those two things.
I will. Apple sucks, but still better than Android.
But yeah, actually, Apple is slowing down older phones, and I have an iPhone 7, and it came out a year ago. But I did notice, in about May or June, that it was starting to slow down a little bit. I was like, what's up with that? The phone's been great. I haven't had any issues with it. But Apple has been doing this for years, and they had to publicly apologize for it. And they are now going to do an update in the next iPhone update to allow users to have the choice if they want their battery slowed down or to stay the same.
Well, so who would want their battery to slow down?
Right.
Yes, I would like my phone to die in a year.
Right. The explanation they gave is that the batteries they make inside the iPhone tend to die out really quickly, so they slow down the phone so that the phone can last longer technically, but the batteries get drained faster. Yeah.
No. They do it so you can buy the next phone.
Oh, definitely, 100%. But that's their claim. That's what they say.
Blah, blah, blah. Apple.
They're doing a sale, too, right now on batteries because of it or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
because it was actually $80 originally to get a replacement, but now they made it to $29, if I'm not mistaken, so.
But can we talk about that for a second? They're only reducing the price of their batteries for 1 year.
Yeah.
Number one,
that's
it's
true.
an overpriced battery already. You know it does not cost them $80. Nor does it cost them $20 to make the cubes or the chargers or the plugs. It's overpriced and it's ridiculous. So we're going to reduce the price for a year to get some good publicity, and then we'll go back to our bad business standards.
That's
good
every
job,
company
Apple.
ever. Again, though, like we're only one company, but it's every
I just
company.
felt the rage come off Kristen and radiate into my soul. Oh my gosh.
That's what Apple is doing. They are just horrible.
I had to get my battery replaced over the break.
Really?
It was bad. Yeah. It was
It was
great.
only $30, right?
No, mine. I didn't get it at Apple though. I got it at a different place because I don't trust Apple, even though I love them. It cost me like $40 to switch out the battery. So the deal they have now was cheaper than the deal I got. So Apple's better.
Right, and the thing is that I think everybody's known for years that they slow down old phones, but they never admitted it. They never said they did. But we all knew it was the case.
Oh, yeah.
Now, my theory, I have another theory, okay? It doesn't go with Apple, it doesn't go with phones. I think car companies do this. I think they purposely make their car, like, in a way, break down at, say, age 5, like age 6. I really do believe this.
I don't know about that. My car is the same age as me. And it's still going.
I think this is my theory, whether it's right or wrong. I really think that car companies purposely maybe give it 7 years. It depends, but like they purpose. And yes, you could say, oh, that's just the parts. Oh, that's just someone's driving habits. Like I know what people can argue, but I believe deep down in my heart they purposely make it so where you have to come in at a certain year.
What kind of car do you have?
I don't want to talk about it.
What kind of car do you
I
have?
have a Ford Explorer.
I'm telling you, that's why.
Because he has a Ford?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Oh.
I mean, yeah, but it could be. I know.
Wow.
I would think that Ford cars, honestly, like their maker would be like, hey, I'm going to give them 7 good years, and I'm making it so the car just falls apart. Same with other cars. Maybe the other brands last longer, but because people want you to keep buying cars.
No, of course they
This
do.
is my
But they
theory.
can also get money in your maintenance for your car. They can get money in accessories. It doesn't matter. Oil changes, which will happen all the time. No. This is not an issue of cars and phone batteries. This is an issue of the brands that you are buying.
I'm just
like
telling you my theory about cars.
110%. You're buying Apple products and Ford products. Of course they're not going to last. I mean, like, we could argue about this all day.
How's your car doing?
Well, I don't want to talk about
Oh, it's not a Ford, is it now?
that. My car is hanging on.
No,
but to be
you said
fair,
it was dying.
well,
Yesterday, you barely said it was going to make it past the weekend.
I don't want to jinx this. Okay, so my car's doing great. Harold is my car, and he's doing fantastically.
And he's not
Pep
a
talk
Ford.
to Harold. No. But also, this isn't the what Harold isn't necessarily the car that I would buy in the future. You know,
Neither is
I
a
would buy a
Ford.
different brand. I would not buy a Ford.
Okay.
What?
It's a personal conversation. I was like,
Oh.
I love it.
I'm just saying, I think car companies do the same thing phone companies do. They make it to where it falls apart at a certain point in age.
I think you're a little paranoid, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think in this day and age, we need to be government and all.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I don't know. And this could go on forever. I mean, there's tons of people that will say that Ford is the best brand. There's a billion people out there that will say Apple is the best brand too. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't last, it's either a user error, hi Josh, or
Hi, Kristen.
the company.
I'm just saying, in my mind, I picture, I know this is not true, but it could be. I know it's not true, but it could be. I picture like a whole room full of like buttons. There's a button for each car that they've ever sold ever. And like the owner comes by and is like, how long has it been since that guy had something broken? Like, 2 months. Why don't you press that button? Okay. And like wheel pops off. Like I'm telling you, that's what I picture. Like they're like, okay, good. Now they have to come in. Nice work.
It's a
like that's all
conspiracy,
you have to
man.
do today. I'm telling you.
I fully believe that happens to you.
I can
yeah,
see
no.
that just happening to you. Just
Sure.
Josh.
Or all the corn Myers. They have a whole board of bad luck for the corn Myers.
That's like, today, right? Splash him with a puddle by a big truck.
Oh, he failed his test? Okay, push that button. But no, that's my theory. I live with it.
That's fair.
I love it. But the next big thing in technology, the Amazon store. Guys, the Amazon store is coming out in Seattle. It's way on the other side of the West Coast, but it doesn't matter because we're traveling there to go to this Amazon store.
I mean, I'd be down. I really love Seattle.
I really want to go to Seattle. So let's do this. Kristen and I will go get food.
Yeah.
You can go there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the Amazon store, it's like a subway. You go in and there's gates. Like you have to pass through. They have gates and you have to have the app on your phone to get in through the gate.
See,
Okay.
I would go. I don't know if I would buy anything, but I would go just for the spectacle of it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and what you do is they don't give you bags. There's no carts. There's no nothing. You go in and you grab an item off the shelf and you put it in the bag that they give you. They give you a bag, not a cart or like box or anything. They give you a bag and you get to keep the bag with you. It's like those recycled bags that you get at like Ingles or Food Line all the time. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They give you those bags, and when you take an item off the shelf, it automatically puts it into your cart, and then you don't have to take out your credit card or do anything. The second you walk out that store, it's all paid for.
Yeah, we heard about them developing this. I want to say a year ago when we discussed it on the show. It was a long, long time ago, but they were talking about just coming up with the idea of no cashiers, no store employees. I mean, the store employees are stocking stuff and restocking stuff in the back, but I think it's an interesting concept.
It's amazing. You don't have to wait in the long lines that I always get stuck in. You never have that broken down cart that I always get. Like, it's the future.
Yeah, but this is...
I just don't... I need him to re-explain the shopping process with the bag and the cart.
Okay. You go through a gate. Okay, there's a gate. Like, turnstile type gate. Obviously, there's no turnstile because I would get stuck in it. But there's a gate. Okay, and you scan your phone app at the gate that they give you. And then you walk in and you get a bag. You get like the Amazon Go bag or whatever it's called. I don't know. It's like orange. And then
that's important.
No, I paid attention. And then you grab something. When you grab something off of a shelf, there's mini cameras underneath each shelf that like looks at each item, and they've created some sort of software to. They don't like. I read into it. They don't like make every item have like an identification number because that'd be like way too long. Somehow they have a way of counting when something gets removed or whatever. So when you take it off the shelf, put it in your bag, it automatically goes to your cart.
Oh.
Like your shopping Amazon cart, and the second you walk out that gate, it bills you.
Oh, that's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
that kind of creeps me out a little bit.
This just makes me worried. And I mean, this comes every single time that another robot comes in and takes our job.
Yeah.
It just worries me, though, that people are going to get more socially awkward throughout generations because they don't know how to socially interact with strangers or other people. We're eliminating social interaction within grocery stores, and that's great. There's introverts out there that are like, oh, I just want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to talk to anybody. That's fine. That's your personality. But like,
it's 2 words to a cashier.
yeah, it's becoming a little too much towards the robots, and I'm
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the
love
future of grocery shopping in like 10 years or so. So we're going to have this eventually. It's going to be common.
My only complaint is I'm that guy that'll get something off the shelf and like wander through the store and think about it the entire time.
Yeah.
And then I won't want to go back to that same aisle, so I'll just put it in a different aisle.
Yeah.
My question is, does it then somewhere in the store recognize that I put it back? Maybe not in the same aisle, but does it recognize that I put it back? Because I do that a lot. I just
That's
put
a good
a
question.
DVD in
you're
the candy
worst
aisle. Like,
person.
Yeah.
and then some people hide stuff if they don't
Yeah.
want people to like. How do they
Oh,
do they
Black
recognize
Friday?
that? That's my question. Like, I want to know that. So
Well,
I'm
I
gonna go
think-
to Seattle.
Yeah, I think all that kind of stuff will be worked out within its first year of operation, but it'll be definitely interesting to see how this plays out.
It's incredible. Get behind it.
Seattle, Washington's where it started, right?
Yeah, Amazon is from Seattle. That's where the company was founded. So, yeah.
Man. Well, we will see where this takes us. Where the show will take us next, though, is into our relationship segment. So stay tuned. You're listening to The Morning App. And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is 8:48 on this Monday, and that was Work Song Horzier. That is Kristen's song that she plays all the time at the station and at home, probably.
I love that man.
She
His
doesn't
music is
actually work.
beautiful.
It's a great song, and this is a great time to talk about relationships. What y'all got for us today?
My favorite segment ever. I love talking about this stuff because today we're talking about micro cheating. And this is the reason I love this segment, is because every single day or week or whenever we kind of dive into this, there is something new on the radar, like ghosting, or there was breadcrumbing was one thing that we talked about. All these new terms that people are coming up with for basically relationship problems. But then they label it with this cool coined term. So today we're going to be talking about micro cheating. Do you guys know what that is?
I have no idea.
Please explain.
Have you heard of it?
Never.
Cheating.
Okay, it's basically, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if I count this as cheating, and it's kind of like talking about like where do you draw the line of cheating, but micro cheating is where you, not really subconsciously, I'm sure you're aware of it, but you have emotionally invested in other people as your backups while you're in a relationship, or while you're in a, I guess, I don't know, dating somebody. You emotionally invest yourself in other people as a backup. It's basically micro cheating. So you're like, okay, like I like this guy, I'm dating him, but if it doesn't work out, I got this guy in my back pocket.
Okay.
And then you're kind of dragging him along, but you're micro cheating on your, because you're kind of like stemming the idea
So it's
that
backup plans.
Basically backup.
Okay.
essentially.
Interesting. I never knew there was a term for it. I've heard of people doing that, but
I
I
just
never
call
knew
them
it was a
backups.
term. Yeah.
I feel like some people don't even know that they're doing it, because I've had a friend where it's like it was on some show, New Girl. It's like Jess is his cooler or something like that. You know, it's that one person that you kind of confide in, and they're always there. So maybe if not, Kristen will be there, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they can have different terms. I'm sure there will be a new term in a year. Micro cheating won't exist, but that's what it essentially is. It's a backup. Would you guys consider that cheating, or?
You know, I think that's going to depend on the situation, because, like Molly said, it could be that you're unintentionally doing it. You're not trying to have that be a thing, but then some people are like, yeah, maybe I'll keep this person on the back burner just in case something doesn't work out. Like I like my girlfriend, you know, or my boyfriend, but I don't know. I might have somebody else on the back burner just in case. I think it just depends on the situation.
Well, I think everyone has those people that you'd be like, oh yeah, I'd date her, or yeah, I'd date him. Like I think everyone has them, but you're like, if you're into someone else, you're 100% into that person.
Yeah.
And you're friends with everyone else, but I mean, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the type of person I'm friends with. I'd be able to date, but I'm happy with where I'm at.
Yeah.
But micro cheating comes into play when you will start to spend time with them or emotionally invest in them more than a friend, you know. But you're still dating somebody else, but you're kind of like also invested in them, either physically, emotionally, any sort of form that's greater than friends.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is cheating, but it's definitely not committing to your relationship, which is going to cause problems because you're half in, half out.
Right. That's interesting, actually. I think that happens with people who were interested in one person in particular, and then they're starting to move on, and then they start dating somebody else, but that feeling is still attached to the other person. So I think where it kind of relates with that.
Yeah.
I definitely think that is a good case kind of to bring up, because you're not intentionally trying to do it, but feelings kind of, you know, marinate for a while and then they come back. Unfortunately, we've all been there. But I also think, you know, it is situational, depending on how emotionally, like it depends on what kind of words you were saying to this person. Like if you're telling them that you love them or like, you know, how beautiful they are and stuff like that, then that's a little like, I would consider that cheating. Not micro cheating. That's cheating. Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's mega cheating. Mega cheating.
Mega cheating.
Well, that's the thing, though. A lot of people think that cheating is just physical. They're like, did you kiss her? Or, you know, did you guys do anything else? But it's like, no, it can also be an emotional investment in somebody. And that's kind of cheating, too, because then you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your significant other that you're dating at the time, you know, and you're lying to this person that you're cheating on them with because you're dragging them along. You're emotionally investing in them, but they're not getting a relationship out of it. So it's just unfair. This
one's just harder to pin on, like, on them. Be like, did you think about her? No. Okay, you're in the clear. Like how you can't read their thoughts. Like you don't know, but
if you think it's wrong, then it's probably cheating.
Yeah, if you feel guilty, then usually there's like clearly something that you're doing is not right.
Yeah. And I think you can normally tell too if your partner or significant other is like just a little too much thinking about that person, or like a little too much like texting them, or just something is up. But like this is also kind of hard because I have a lot of guy friends, and so it's like, but it's very evident and clear that they're friends.
Right.
And I don't know, but it's something that you're just going to have to kind of read over time, I guess.
Right, and like you'll have other people that you might not know that will like, oh wait, don't you have a boyfriend? Like, why are you hanging out with this guy? You know, something like that. And it's like, no, we're friends. Clear as day, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever micro-cheated, but I mean, honestly, now that you've thrown this out there, maybe everyone has, if we're being honest, like a little bit, but
like eventually, yeah.
It's a weird blurry thing.
Really
I don't
blurry.
know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, we are also very weird, and we're going to be back Wednesday with our, of course, favorite game, Real or Fake News. Thank you for listening to the first morning app of the semester.